Welcome back to the second class on the Book of the 12 Prophets.
Tonga soa eto amin'ny tapany faharoa amin'ny tantaran'ny bokin'ny mpaminany roa ambin'ny folo.
And remember, that's the designation that we want to use because it's hard for me to call them minor prophets.
Zay no iantsontsika an'ireto mpaminany reto hoe ny bokin'ny mpaminany roa ambin'ny folo fa satria sarotra amiko ny iantso an'zareo hoe mpaminany kely.
So remember, last time we were talking about the prophet Amos.
Tamin'ny farany teo tsika dia niresaka momba ny mpaminany Amos.
He comes from the south, but he prophesies in the north.
Avy any amin'ny sud izy fa maminany kontra ny fanjakana nord.
Because even though the kingdoms may be divided, the people of God are not divided.
Satria na dia divisé na dia mizara roa aza ny fanjakana ny vahoaka dia tsy divisé akory.
And he's critical of the north kingdom because even with all of their great wealth and prosperity, they are oppressing the poor.
Ary ny zakany mpaminany Amosa ny amin'ny fanjakana du nord dia na dia mandroso ara-karena raha izy ireo dia mbola mandevo ny mahantra eo aminy.
And so Amos sees this transformation of life in the north kingdom as abandoning their service to God.
Ka hitany Amosa zany ny fomba fiainany zareo any amin'ny nord ho fiatahana amin'ny sitrapon'Andriamanitra.
He doesn't specifically name any acts of idolatry.
Tsy milaza spécifiquement, tsy milaza en détail zany hoe ito ny ota nataonareo.
In fact, he acknowledges that the people are making sacrifices and performing the rituals.
En effet, izy ara dia miteny hoe manao sorona ianareo, manao an'izao sacrifice zao ianareo.
In fact, the people of Israel are saying that God gave them this wealth.
Ary ny Israel koa moa zareo reo dia miteny hoe Andriamanitra no nanome anay an'ireto harena ireto.
They say that this is proof of God's blessings on them.
Zao ny porofo fa voatahan'Andriamanitra izahay.
So in this way, his message is very different from the message of Hosea.
Ka amin'ny lafiny iny zany ny message ny Hosea dia samihafa amin'ny message ny who's the other guy?
Hosea.
Message ny Hosea.
So we know that there was, in Hosea's time, a lot of cultic practices.
Tamin'ny fantatritsika fa tamin'ny fotoanandron'ny mpaminany Hosea be dia be ny practice culte nataon'ny vahoaka.
From neighboring, fertility religions.
Fanompo-tsampy resaka fertilité.
And we know that this must have existed during Amos's time too.
Ary fantatritsika fa possible ny exista tamin'ny fotoanandron'ny Amosa koa izany.
But that's not really what Amos is talking about.
Fa tsy izay loatra no resahan'ny Amosa.
He's talking to the people who are still making the sacrifices to Yahweh, to God.
Fa kosa resaka momba ny sorona zay ataony reto vahoaka reto amin'Andriamanitra izy.
And he says, you are using the worship of Yahweh just to show off your wealth.
Nareo izy dia manao an'itony sorona itony, itony sacrifice itony, juste mba hampiderana ny harenareo.
So he's not attacking the other religions, he's attacking Jewish religion.
Ka izy akory tsy miatake ny reo religion hafa manodidina an'zareo reo fa miatake ny religion an'zareo en tant que Jews.
Because he sees this as the Jewish religion beginning to disintegrate.
Satria hitany hoe lasa mivona ity religion jiosy ataony zareo ity, ty practice jiosy ataony zareo ity.
And he says that because the Jewish religion, the Hebrew religion is disintegrating, people are starting to look at other religions.
Ary satria mivona ny fomba praktikena nyty religion ity, lasa mitarika ny olona hijery religion hafa manodidina anazy zany.
When their covenant religion is failing them, they start looking for gods elsewhere.
Rehefa tsy naomby amin'zareo intsony ny praktisin'ny religion ataon'zareo, de lasa mitady an'Andriamanitra any amin'ny religion hafa ny vahoaka.
So the focus of Amos's prophecy and criticism is on the social and cultural conditions of the North Kingdom.
Ka ny ivony resaky Amosa zany de lafiny social sy lafiny culturel.
And here's the one thing he really focuses on. And that is that people are starting to see a difference between their daily life and their religious life.
Ary ito zany ny tena jereny Amosa hoe lasa manomboka hitany vahoaka zany ny différence entre ny fiainany andavanandro sy ny fiainana religieux.
What he really hates is when people act one way in their religion, but they act differently in their business or their daily life.
Ny halany Amosa de ny mahita ny vahoaka hoe zao fomba fiainany amin'ny fiainana andavanandro, kanefa zao ny fiainany rehefa resaka religion, resaka fanompona, zavatra fotom-pinoany tsy mifanaraka amin'ny fiainany andavanandro.
Where I was raised, they called it Sunday religion.
Tamin'ny fotoan'androko sy nahabeazako, antsoiny zareo zany hoe alahady fomba fiainana.
That on Sunday, I listen to the sermon, I sing the songs, I shake hands with everybody.
Rehefa alahady, manompo an'Andriamanitra, mihaino toriteny, mihira, miaraba ny olona rehetra.
I call everybody brother and sister.
Ary atsoko rahalahy sy anabavy daholo ny olona rehetra.
But on Monday, things are different.
Fa tonga ny alatsinainy, zavatra hafa miseho.
So Amos is saying you should be acting the same way to people every day.
Ka Amosa zany de miteny hoe tokony ny fomba fihetsika sy fiainanao de tokony hitovy isanandro.
He says you can't separate your religious devotion from your politics or your business or your family affairs.
Tokony tsy saraka mihitsy ny vy religieux anao sy ny vy social sy ny vy fiainana andavanandronao, tsy tokony misy misaraka ireo zany.
And that is the one thing that Amos focuses his attack on.
Ary zay ny tena ivo ny ataky Amosa zany.
He says that Yahweh demands people's devotion and allegiance every day.
Andriamanitra de mitaky mitaky antsika ho mahatoky sy ny fidélité antsika aminazy sy ny loyauté antsika aminazy.
That in your politics, your religion should affect the way you think about politics.
Ary tokony miaffecté ny fomba fijerinao sy fomba fisainanao koa amin'ny resaka politika ihany koa izany.
In your business life, you should think about your religious views.
Amin'ny asanao tokony eritreritra momba ny point de vue religieux anao ihany koa ianao.
And in your family life, it should be affected by your religious views.
Ary ny fiainanao tokantrano tokony affecté amin'ny point de vue religieux anao ihany koa.
Your motives and all of those things should reflect your religious feelings.
Ny motivation anao dia tokony ho réflexion ny finoanao ny religion anao.
But Amos also shares a view, in fact, he starts the view that there is a significant time coming for God's people.
Amosa koa dia miresaka fa misy fotoana can you repeat that?
Amos kind of initiates the view that there is a significant time coming ahead for God's people.
Amosa koa zany dia miteny hoe misy ho tonga ny fotoan'andron'Andriamanitra izay plan n'Andriamanitra sy isehoan'Andriamanitra zany ho avy ny fotoana ho an'ny vahoakan'Andriamanitra.
He says that there's a turning point coming in God's relationship with the people.
Misy ho avy ny fotoana hozy izy izay ampiova ny relation an'Andriamanitra sy ny vahoaka.
He says that that God is going to do something that is going to shatter people.
Andriamanitra dia hanao zava-baovao izay tena andrava tanteraka ny fomba efa nisy zany eo amin'ny vahoaka.
In Hosea and in Amos, they talk about the positive aspect of this.
Ary Hosea sy Amosa dia miresaka ny lafitsaran'izay zavatra zay.
But for Amos, this is something deadly that's going to happen.
Wait a minute. You said Hosea and
Hosea and Isaiah
oh, you didn't
say that.
Oh,
I didn't say that?
you said Amos.
Oh,
so that's also
sorry.
Fa hoan'ny miverina kely am'le teo hoan'ny Isaia sy Hosea dia la positive zay zavatra zay hoe ho avadika Andriamanitra ny zavatra rehetra amin'ny resaka relation, fa ho an'ny Amosa kosa dia negative zay zavatra zay.
Right. It's going to be something deadly.
Yep. Afaty hozona izay zavatra zay.
And he says that that it's going to shake the way people even look at their religion.
Hanozongozona ny fomba fijerin'izy ireo na ny fomba fijerin'izy ireo ny religion zay zavatra zay.
And this is completely different than all of the prophets before.
Ary ity dia zavatra tena samihafa noho ny zavatra naseho tamin'ny mpaminany teo aloha.
They had talked about the day of the Lord.
Miresaka momba ny andron'ny Tompo izy.
But Amos says, you don't want the day of the Lord.
Fa Amosa dia miteny hoe tsy tianareo akory zany andron'Andriamanitra zany.
Because he says the day of the Lord isn't when God gets all of the enemies of Israel.
Satria ny andron'Andriamanitra izy dia tsy midika akory ny hoe ho ravan'Andriamanitra daholo ny fahavalo.
He says the day of the Lord is a day of darkness.
Fa kosa ny andron'Andriamanitra dia andro maloka.
Because the day of the Lord is when Israel is punished for not following the covenant.
Satria Israely dia ho voasazy noho ny tsy fanarahan'ny lalàn'Andriamanitra.
And he starts to tell about the awful things that are going to happen to the wealthy of the north.
Ary miresaky Amosa momba ny zavatra ratsy izay hitranga amin'ireto mpanan-karena be ireto amin'ny firenena fanjakany nord.
He talks about what's going to happen to the wealthy lords and kings.
Inona ny anjoa ireto mpanan-karena sy mpanjaka ny nora ireto.
And he specifically points out the wealthy women in chapter 4.
Ary mipresize ihany koa izy inona ny tranga an'ireto vehivavy mpanan-karena ao amin'ny fanjakanao reo eto amin'ny chapitre 4 amin'ny Amos.
He said these wealthy women oppress the poor and force them to be servants.
Izy hoe ireto mpanan-karena vehivavy ireto izy dia manandevo ny vahoaka sy ny mahantra.
And he says to them, in fact, he calls them cows. He calls these women cows.
Ary reto vehivavy reto dia antsoiny hoe omby.
He says, hear these words, you cows of Bashan.
Izy hoe enonareo reto teny reto ry ombin'ny Bashan.
And he says, the time is coming when they will drive you in line.
Ho avy ny fotoana izy izay atao izay andehananareo amin'ny lalana mahitsy.
And you who have been the oppressors are going to be oppressed.
Ary ianareo izay manandevo, inareo indray no andevozina.
And he says, they will drag you away with hooks.
Ary utaritin'izy ireo ianareo amin'ny hooks amin'ny baraingo.
This is a terrifying scene.
Scène mampatahotra io scène io ao amin'ny chapitre 4 misy azy fa.
In fact, when Amos is saying this, he's using a special form of language.
Formana langue hafa no ampiasainy Amos amin'ny chapitre ity.
In fact, the language that he's using, the form, is a funeral form.
Forma amin'ny fandevenana ireny no langue ampiasainy, karazana liturgiana faty zany no langue ampiasainy.
And he says in chapter 4, verse 4, he talks about the practices of their worship.
Eo amin'ny toko fahaefatra, andiny fahaefatra izy dia milaza ny fomba fanaovan'ny zareo, fomba fanompon'izy ireo.
And he names their worship sites.
Ary soratana ihany koa inona le toerana anaovan'ny zareo fanompona.
He says, come to Bethel and transgress.
Izy hoe tongava eto Betela ary mibeba.
What he means is that the religious rituals that are taking place in Bethel, he calls it a sin.
Ny tiany ambara eto zany dia ny hoe ny fombafomba izay ataonareo eto Betela hozy izy dia fahotana.
He says, and then he says, come to Gilgal and multiply your transgressions.
Tongava eto Gilgala hozy izy ary multiplier.
He says, bring your sacrifices every morning.
Ento ny fanatitrareo isa-maraina.
Bring your tithes every 3 days.
Ento ny adidinareo isaky ny 3 andro.
You bring your free will offerings and you make sure everybody knows about it.
Pahafantarony vahoaka rehetra hozy izy ny fanatitra ataonareo.
He says, because that's what you love to do.
Satria izay ny tena tianareo atao.
But then he says, the day of the Lord is coming.
Fa ho avy ny andron'ny Tompo.
He's in chapter 5.
Eo amin'ny chapitre 5 tsika zao.
He says, alas for you who desire the day of the Lord.
Ndrisy ho anareo izay maniry ny andron'ny Tompo.
Why do you want the day of the Lord?
Inona ny antony ilaivanareo ny andron'ny Tompo?
It is darkness and not light.
Fahamaizinana izany fa tsy fahazavana.
He says, it's like someone running away from a lion
Tahaka ny olona izay mitsoka ny liona
only to run into a bear.
ka lasa mihazakazaka any amin'ny what's a bear? Ka mihazakazaka any amin'ny orsa be.
And then he says, I despise your holy days.
Halako ny andro masina anareo.
He says, I don't take any pleasure in your solemn assemblies.
Tsy faly aho amin'ny fivondronanareo.
Even though you offer me burnt offerings, I won't accept them.
Na dia manatitra fanatitra hodorana ho ahy ary anareo tsy ho ekeko izany, tsy ho raiso.
And your offerings of fatted calves, I won't even look at them.
Ary na ny sorona matavy ho aterinareo ary tsy jereko akory.
He says, take away the noise of your songs.
Esory miala tamiko ny tabataba ataonareo.
I won't even listen to the melody from your harps.
Tsy hieno akory aho na dia ny mozika izay avoakan'ny instrument-nareo azy aho.
And then verse 24. But let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream.
Verset 24, aoka ny fahamarinana ikoriana tahaka ny rano. Azonareo vakiana ihany le toko 5:4 rehefa malalaka nareo satria version hasafi ty ianinareo ty. I'm just translating it the way I'm hearing it, so I asked them to read it for themselves.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. So he says, you go to Bethel and you're sinning. You go to Gilgal and you're increasing your sins.
Makany Betel nareo manota, makany Gilgal nareo vao maika mitombo ny fahotana ataonareo.
But he tells them, Bethel will be destroyed.
Fa ozy kosa izy hoe ho avy ny andro izay andravana any Betel.
And Gilgal will cease to exist.
Ary ho avy ny andro izay tsy hisy ny Gilgala intsony.
That's what's going to happen to your religion.
Zay no zavatra hitranga amin'ny religionareo.
So this is something different.
Ka zavatra hafa kely mihitsy ny ty.
This was a religion that had always depended on sacrifices and offerings and psalms and gathering together.
Ito de religion izay mifototra amin'ny sacrifice, amin'ny fanatitra sy fombafomba.
He says, God doesn't want any of that. God wants you.
Kanefa zao zany dia Andriamanitra miteny hoe tsy ilaiko izany zavatra rehetra izany fa ianao no tadiaviko.
So Amos is talking about a new situation.
Ka Amosa zany eto dia miteny resaka momba situation vaovao.
This new situation comes from Amos making clear what the claims of God on his people really are.
Ka eto Amosa dia milaza mazava tsara hoe inona amizay, inona ny tena takian'Andriamanitra amin'ny vahoakany.
Israelite life was sick to death and rotten to the core.
Ny fomba fiainan'ny Israely dia tena lo tanteraka.
That there was no kind of reform of life, no kind of reform of the religion. None of that's going to work.
Tsy ny reformation ana fiainana na reformation ana religion, tsisy an'izay zany zany reformation fomba taloha zay tsy aomby intsony.
Amos says, God is going to wreck everything.
Amosa dia miteny hoe horavan'Andriamanitra daholo izany zavatra zany.
And that will clear the way for a new relationship between God and his people.
Zay fandravana tanteraka izay dia lasa recréer relation vaovao eo amin'Andriamanitra sy ny vahoakany.
Sometimes we think that sounds very harsh.
Indraindray tsika dia mieritreritra hoe mafy tokoa izany.
But remember, there was a flood.
Fa tadio fa nisy ny safitrano.
So apparently God has no problem with stopping everything and starting all over again.
Ka apparemment zany ny Andriamanitra tsy manana problème manafoana ny zavatra rehetra dia manomboka zava-baovao indray.
That's what Amos is telling him.
Zay no zavatra ambaran'ny Amos.